Go ahead, call my parents alright then if you insist. The background: this happened a few hours ago. I work at a large chain of pizza restaurants. Let's call it Pomino's Pizza. Like most places, we get a few prank calls a week from preteens. Usually, it doesn't bother me and I'll go along with it because it gives me something to do when it's slow. But being a Friday night, we were busy and I wasn't having it. Me will be me, and K will be kid. The events: me: hi, thanks for calling Pomino's Pizza, how can I help you tonight? K: trying but not succeeding in holding in his laughter. Hey, is Mr. Wall there? Me: no sir, there isn't one that work here. K: what about Mrs. Wall? Me: nope, none of those either. K: then how is your building standing up? K: laughter from him and background. This went on a couple more times with classics such as can I place an order to your sister's house? And the classic is your refrigerator running? Then you better go get it. Finally, I had enough. I let the kids know I was done playing games. Me: alright, look, it says here that your dad's name is dad's name. We keep names and addresses of past customers and their orders in the computer for future orders just to speed up the process. If you don't stop this, I'll give him a call and let him know what's been going on. Usually this would stop the kids. I knew it did back in my earlier days of being a dumb kid. But some people just can't be bothered and have to push the envelope a bit too far. K: I know you won't. Go ahead and call him. Oh boy, he didn't have to ask me twice. I hang up the phone and get back to work for a little bit, knowing that the kid will be camped at the phone to answer it for the next 15 minutes or so. The compliance: I get back to work, free of prank calls from the kid. I should have left it there, having solved the problem, but hey, the customer is always right, and at Pomino's Pizza, we always give the customer what they want. After the supper rush is done, around 45 minutes to an hour later, I fulfill the request. I'm still me, D's dad. Me: hello, this is Cushlord 666 from Pomino's. How are you doing tonight? D: not too bad. What's the reason for the call? Me: unfortunately, we've been getting a number of calls from this number. We're really busy and it's pushing customers away because of the wait times. Can you please have a talk with who I assume is your son and ask him to knock it off? D: oh goodness, I'm so sorry, I'll have a chat with him and his buddies. Me: thank you so much and thanks for choosing Pomino's. At this point I think the story is done. Kid will get a talking to, won't do it again, and that'll be the end of it. Boy, was I mistaken. Around 30 minutes later, a man and a chubby kid around 12 years old come into the store. I don't think much of it, thinking they're just getting a few slices for a snack. They come up to the counter and ask for Cushlord 666. Me: yes, I'm Cushlord 666. D: I think my son has something to say to you. The kid is visibly nervous. He keeps looking around the store, won't look me in the eye. K: I'm very sorry for calling you, I know you're busy and it won't happen again. Then, to further the awkward suffering of the kid, who I kind of feel bad for at this point, the dad places an order for carry out and sits in our small eatery section where the kid has to try and avoid eye contact with me for the next 20 minutes. Left me a good tip too. At Pomino's Pizza, the customer always gets what they want. TLDR. Kid prank calls my store while I'm busy, dares me to call his parents. I give him what he wants. Gets forced by angry father to come in and apologize and brood in awkward suffering as I make them their pizza, while I got the last laugh and a 50% tip. Now to the comments. Respect for the dad for making things right with you and teaching his son that there is someone on the other end of the phone who deserves respect. The dad just wanted a pizza and he managed to hit two birds with one stone. A call from Domino's? Dang, I'm hungry. In my head I'm imagining you and the dad actually saying Cushlord 666 instead of your real name. OP replied, no idea what you're talking about, Cushlord 666 is what's on my birth certificate, haha. Your parents are awesome. My parents named me Waffle House Whore. Do you know how much bullshit I went through in high school? Let me tell you. It was not really a whole lot. Although I did receive quite a few people wanting to take me out on dates to the Waffle House. Wait, he made a prank call and got pizza. Kid probably doesn't realize it, but he had a win-win situation. Who's to say the dad shared with him? How cruel would it be to make him apologize and then get a pizza and eat it in front of him? Dad ordered toppings son doesn't like. You handled it well. All kids go through shenanigans. It takes a village to raise a child and you were part of the village. Good on everyone. Dad sounds like a stand-up guy teaching his kids some morals. Good dad. It sounds like you got the tip but the kid got the shaft. // no context. You cold called a pizza sale for Pomino's. Nice. It was slow one day and we had prepped everything and my manager is like, y'all better find something to do before I give you a list of numbers to cold call. Like, no thanks, I don't want to cold call for pizza. Someone still has a landline? Good on his father for showing the little brat that there are consequences to their actions. We used to with our old ISP. Because it came free with the internet. Wasn't really a real landline, was through the modem. But even so. My partner's mum lives somewhere without cell phone coverage, so everyone up there still has landlines too. Though the nearest pizza delivery is at least an hour's drive away, so they generally don't bother with prank calling. Would be outside the free local calling area obviously. Those feels when free local calling is still a thing. I thought they outlawed that along with cruel and unusual punishment. OP replied. Lots of people saying it in the comments, but I loved how the dad approached things. Taught him a lot more than taking away the phone or Xbox for a week or simply just yelling at him would have. He shout out all the people commenting should have. The punishment perfectly fits the crime, too, not unfairly or severely humiliating. All embarrassment came from himself because he's physically seeing the consequences of his own actions, but a powerful message/memory and a life lesson. I'm willing to bet he won't ever be doing this again. That father is a ducking legend. More people need to be realistic with their kids. As a father myself, I admire that level of dadding. It would have been so easy to just lecture the kid and leave it at that. But to bring him in for an apology, which, by the way, takes dad away from whatever else he would rather be doing, is what hammers home the fact that there are consequences in life. I have done this, exactly once, for each of my kids. Oh, you want to break shit at the store? Get out your wallet. You like acting like an idiot at the grocery? Good, now you can look like one without opening up your mouth. Have them take their shirt off, turn it inside out and backwards and leave it like that till we get home. I always just say, I'm sorry mom, I can barely hear you, could you speak up please? After saying that a few times the kid always yells I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. Hasn't failed me yet. And you can hear their friends laughing at them. Stupid ducking amateurs. I was prank calling people before their dads even knew how to make a baby, little dumb mother duckers. Also, if a customer is screaming at you, just wait till they are done and say I'm so sorry, I think my line is messing up, I can barely hear you. They also get much quieter and say something to the effect are you ducking serious? To which I say, thanks, I can hear you perfectly now, how can I help you? Then they start speaking in a normal volume again. They might stray off again, you just rinse and repeat. Even if you're on a recorded phone call, you've done nothing wrong and you were polite about everything and no one can prove that you could hear them. You win every time.